Hello. It is 8:50 a.m. and we're playing the 100-line Last Defense Academy, part 26. Whoa! We still don't have another ending. We have free time. We can go do something. I don't know who to hang out with. Let's see who wants a present. Who wants a present, huh? I did get stuff last time. I did go on exploration, so I don't know. I think one of the things I got was the chocolate for Emma, so let's see if I can give that to him. Yeah. I sure hope he wants the chocolate. That's what I've been holding out for.
Oh, I didn't know you had it in you to be so considerate, Mr. Semino. Accepted with gratitude.
I don't think this is the one he wanted. Yeah. Oh. Well, shit. Well, shit. I was wrong. Alright. I don't know. Sure, Nozomi. Let's have a chat. Have I talked to you in the infirmary? No, that's not right. This'll never work. What's up, Nozomi? Hey, Takumi. Does the infirmary seem a little unhygienic to you? Not really. I don't see any dirt anywhere. Look closely. There's dust built up here, and hair over here. Sheesh, what kind of infirmary is this? They're supposed to be spotless. You really feel strongly about this. Is it that serious? I'm very particular about any place that claims to be an infirmary. I was frail as a little girl, so I had to go to one every day. That's right. Being forced to take part in her mom's experiments did a number on her body. Sick rooms kind of feel like home to me. So I just can't relax if I see even the smallest speck of dirt. Well, this can only mean one thing. Time to clean. I'm going to scrub every nook and cranny until it's pristine. Give me a hand, Takumi. Right. After that, Nozomi and I thoroughly cleaned the infirmary. Okay, sure. I should also get,
Hey, soldiers, it's time to hit the hay.
I think I could go do some more battle upgrades.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then.
Siri's announcements continued like clockwork, heedless of his destruction. I never really trusted him, but the truth is he did what he did for the sake of humanity. I wonder how losing him will change things for us this time. When I lay down in bed, I closed my eyes and forced my thoughts to shut down. I knew if I didn't, I wouldn't get any sleep. Okay. Day 60. We're getting there.
Up and out of troops, time to rise and shine! Today is your 60th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Honestly, I'm kind of out of ideas at this point, so I didn't prepare anything special. Anyway, for your remaining 40 days, keep fighting with hope for humanity! Okay, let's get going for the day!
Day 60 already. It's the second time I've made it this far. Things have played out almost completely differently this time around, though. Have I changed history for the better, or have I only made it worse for everyone? Pull yourself together, Takumi. Don't let doubt hold you back now. After taking a moment to psych myself up for the day, I left my room and headed for the cafeteria. Out on the roof, I caught sight of somebody wandering around.
No, it can't be. It's a lie. It has to be.
Shoma? Shoma was acting really strange. He was walking around in a daze, muttering to himself over and over. It was like he was possessed or something. It can't be real. A dream. It must have been a dream. Oh, did he have another memory? It's a fantasy, a misunderstanding. I'm the crazy one here. Shoma, are you feeling alright? No, no, no. If I can just remember, everything will be fine. If I could just... He wouldn't answer me. I wasn't even sure he knew I was there. He turned around and went back to his room, still raving. What's up with him? Whatever his problem was, Shoma was clearly in no mood to talk right now. I'd have to look into it later. But I need to have breakfast and touch base with everyone else first. Yep. When I entered the cafeteria, Nozomi was the first to greet me. She looked worried. Takumi, do you know if Shoma's alright? He looked sort of nervous and twitchy when I saw him earlier. Yeah, I saw him too. He's definitely not his usual self. I wonder what's wrong. Is there anything we can do to help him?
Hey!
Wish I knew. I've never seen him like this before, not even in my last timeline. That's too bad. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on him and hope he doesn't get worse. Yeah, that's about all we can do for now. I sighed and took a seat. The others were talking over what we'd learned the day before yesterday. Unsurprisingly, the conversation was somewhat subdued. We were still in shock, still trying to process the truth and all the implications that came with it. C-Ray called them school invaders when we first got here, and we've always called our fights defensive battles, but it was the other way around. We were the invaders all along. Maybe we should try to talk this out after all. I mean, there must be regular people on this planet too. They can't all be like the commanders. There's got to be someone who'd be willing to talk to us. With someone like Veshnus leading them, I highly doubt that. Right. Someone who'd kill her allies and try to become a god isn't going to listen to reason. I told you, didn't I? We still have to fight. It's the only way for us to survive. Man, this is some grade A rotten luck. Why is this happening to me? Why did I have to get chosen for this stupid unit anyway? Seems like even Ato doesn't know the reason for that. Did we just happen to be more compatible with Hemoanima than other people? In that case, maybe it really was just a matter of luck. What really sucks is that we know we're the ones in the wrong now, but we still gotta keep fighting. I know, but like Kiriko said, that's our only choice if we want to survive. We can't just abandon humanity either. Right. It's not humanity as a whole who put us here. The regular people on board the satellite don't know anything about what's going on. They haven't done anything wrong, and we're the only ones who can save them. In a way, things haven't changed all that much. We still gotta fight to protect those we hold dear. I suppose so. Damn it! What rotten luck! Everyone went quiet. There wasn't really much more we could say. After eating breakfast, we went back to our rooms. Ever since I learned the truth, it feels like I'm wading through mud. It's a struggle to even think straight sometimes. But I have to work through this. The enemy could attack any day now. We have to keep fighting. For our friends here, and the people we left behind in the complex. I have to use this time wisely, to prepare for whatever comes next. Okay. Let's do upgrades. We have 31,000. Okay, wait. Yeah, I need this. It's so annoying that this doesn't have the move that the other moves do. This makes it 2. Or I could get side slash to do. I'd rather try to get this one to max, but you know what? I'll upgrade this. How much do you need for 15,000? Might be worth it. Hmm. This would also be good. Let's do this. And then, yeah, I'll bite the bullet. I think it's worth it. Airblade's such a good move that having it be maxed is good. And yeah, I don't think I can afford anything else. I can afford these things, but I've never used them. I'm sure there's... like, last yell. Allies attack acting at 1 AP in battle. I have a 50% chance of gaining support status. To use her when near death in battle. That could be useful, but I don't know who to put that on. Probably. But I don't want to be near death with him. I don't know. Alright, let's hang out. Maybe we can find what Ema wants. Out of these ones. Oh, it's gotta be the destructive seasoning then. That makes sense, I guess. He loves fucking up food.
Wow! For me? Yes! Thank you!
Nice. Bonding with my favorite character, Ema Tsukumo.
I just can't stop thinking about it. Why are my dear sister and I the only middle schoolers?
You're a middle schooler?
We're absolutely much better people, but I'm curious about why we're the only younger ones.
That's not what the line says, but okay.
Could it be that we were actually on some sort of reserve list, and we were suddenly picked to fill in for someone else after some kind of accident? Sorry, I guess you wouldn't understand such a complicated concept, Mr. Samino. Please forget what I said, and continue being nice and considerate to your juniors.
Okay, that puts a little more perspective on these two characters, the fact that they're actually younger than everyone else. Makes sense. They're little beans. Alright. I don't think I've hung out with Hiriko in the courtyard, so let's do that. What's up? Hiriko, what are you doing here? I was just daydreaming.
Oh.
I was imagining how cute it would be if I could keep a lion in a cage like this. A lion?
Oh.
If I ever become rich in the future, I'd like to keep exotic animals in my yard. Bears, lions, cheetahs, bison. I will tame these beasts of prey and ascend to my rightful place at the top of the food chain. I can't wait for the day my dreams come true. I need to keep building my savings. She wants a zoo in her yard? She's got the mindset of an eccentric celebrity. Okay, finally a keyword. It's been a while since I've unlocked one of those.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Good night, Sea-Ray. You dead bitch. Sorry. Dude, I hope this chair doesn't bother y'all too much. That just about does it for today. Time isn't going to stand still and wait for us to process our feelings. The clock's going to keep ticking forward, hour after hour, day after day, all the way to day 100. I can't say I like what's going to happen then, but it's too late to back down now. There's no other way, so we just have to see it through. I got into bed with a dull sense of resignation, and despite my troubled thoughts, I eventually fell asleep.
troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 61st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare, be ready to...
Better head over to the cafeteria. Everyone's probably there already. Except Shoma, who is tweaking, I think? Just like yesterday, Nozomi approached me as soon as I arrived. Takumi, can I talk to you about Shoma? What's wrong? Is he still acting strange? Sort of, but I think it's better if you hear it from Eeva.
Huh?
From Eeva? Eeva, would you tell Takumi what you told me before? Yes, if that is your order. Mr. Gonzaki always visits me in the morning to clean my cage and bring me fresh clothes. Wow, he does that for you every morning?
Uh-huh.
I'd have thought he'd be more squeamish about handling a girl's unmentionables. But he stopped coming a few days ago. I didn't know if I should wait for him, or do the cleaning and laundry myself. So I went to his room to ask for further orders. He wouldn't answer the door, but I could hear him groaning inside. Groaning? When I called out to him, he said, "Leave me alone. I'm trying to remember something." Trying to remember something? Something tells me he wasn't talking about laundry. Shoma said something similar to last time I saw him. I can just remember. Wasn't that it?
Oh.
He has remembered important things about our past before. Oh yeah, we were kids. Right, like that crazy stuff about us getting experimented on when we were kids. Now you mention it, we never cleared that up. C-Ray just kind of brushed us off. Edo didn't say anything about our cryptoglobin transfusions or why we were chosen for them either. The fact that none of us remember any of this must mean our memories have been erased or altered somehow. But now that C-Ray's gone, there's no way for us to find out, apart from waiting until the war's over. Who even cares about that anymore? Can we just get breakfast started? I'm starving. Yeah, now we know humanity are the real invaders. I doubt anything is going to be more shocking than that. Oh. You're probably right. I hope so anyway. I don't know. We decided to drop the subject for now, but we were still uneasy. We spent the morning in relative silence before retreating back to our rooms. Whatever it is Shoma's trying to remember, it can't be anything worse than what we found out already, can it? Even if we don't know the whole truth, we know all the important parts now. And as muddy as the morality's gotten, we have to keep fighting if we want to survive. We may not be doing the right thing, but it's really all we can do. We have to be ready for the next attack. No, things can't get worse, surely. Things getting worse. Alright. Let's see who wants celebrity stuff. Celebrity food, huh? She wants celebrity food, too. Cleaning tools. Celebrity tools. Okay. Let's look at celebrity food. One of these is for Kako, one of these is for Hiriko. Okay, well, we know which one's which. I guess I'll give Kako hers first. Guess I don't have a thing with her yet.
Oh, wow! I've never received something like this before! I love it!
Nice. Okay. And then let's just give Hiriko hers. The wine.
For me? I see. Thank you. This makes me happy.
Cool, cool. We're making progress.
Heady soldier.
Alright,
You never
whatever.
Well then.
Goodbye. Alone in bed, I could no longer hold back my fears and doubts. We've lost both Cirei and Nigo. We're on our own now, just like the first time. Are we going to be okay? Can we really make it to the end? I haven't seen Shion in a while either, and who knows when Eva might snap and turn on us again. And then there's Shoma. I don't even know where to start with him. With so much to worry about, my mind just wouldn't switch off. I had a long, sleepless night ahead of me.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 62nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to be ready to...
I barely slept a wink last night, but I guess I should go see how everyone else is doing. What's up, Eva? Ava? Are you alright? Hello, Ava? Yes. I have finished cleaning the hallway. I will now clean the cafeteria. Ava walked away without another word. Sure enough, it looked like she was heading in the direction of the cafeteria. Hey, why isn't Tsubasa here today? Is something up with her? Maybe she's made some progress. Progress? With what? She's been tinkering around with Cirei's body in the garage for a few days now. You mean she's trying to fix him? Huh? Who'd want that bastard back after everything he's done to us? I say let him stay broken. Yeah, serves him right for keeping all those secrets. He only did that so we wouldn't waver in our resolve. Considering what learning the truth has done to us, I don't think that was entirely the wrong decision. You have a point. I think I was happier not knowing. What about all the messing around with our memories? He treated us more like objects than actual real people. You can treat me like an object if you wish. I belong to you. Use me however you see fit. Guys, it was just a guess. She might have just overslept or something. It might have nothing to do with Cirei. Although, Takumi, in your future, I transplanted Ima's brain into Cirei's old body, right? You think I could do something like that this time, too? I mean, all I need is a volunteer. Not gonna happen. How is Shoma today? Any change? Doesn't seem like it. I tried to make him some garlic sumo stew last night. He looked white as a sheet, but he still didn't touch the food. Did he say anything? Not to me. He was just mumbling to himself about needing to remember something. One thing's for sure, though. He was scared. Whatever this memory he's trying to unlock is, it must be a real doozy. What could it be this time? Maybe he's just going crazy. The whole Futurum thing was shocking enough to send anyone over the edge. I'm worried about Shion, too. Is he going to be alright? We probably won't see him until he's fully recovered. Maybe even longer, considering what we found out. Right. This must be harder on him than any of us. He's not even from Earth. And he's being used to wipe out his own species. It's just so cruel. On top of that, with Cirei gone, he's lost the closest thing he had to a parental figure. We've done terrible things to Ava, too. I wouldn't blame her for hating us right about now. I do not hate you. You may use me however you wish. That's not what you said when you killed Cirei. Shion's body constantly generates undying flames, but his emotions appear to have an effect on the process as well. If we're not careful, this could negatively impact the mission as a whole. We can't allow that to happen. Yeah, if it does, it'll all be over for us. But we can't afford to take things slow either. It wouldn't be unusual for the enemy to attack while we're still disoriented. You're right. At the very least, we have to fight our battles like we always have. For us to live, we got no other choice than to kill. That's the reality of the matter. For us, and for the rest of humanity, too. For us to live, others have to die. Maybe that's true for us. But it's different for Shion. He really doesn't have any reason to keep fighting. What's going through his mind right now? Will he even want to show himself again after this? Or he might even... It was another somber morning. A quick meal, minimal conversation, then back to our rooms. Sometimes it feels like every new revelation just brings more uncertainties. The one thing I'm sure of is that the enemy isn't about to give up. We need to be ready for the next attack. We will survive. Everyone back home is counting on us. Okay. Who have I not hung out with in a while? Let's hang out with Takamaru. Takumi, want to take a ride with me? What are you, Nelly? A ride? Sounds fun. Do I just get on your bike? Huh? Hell no. I never ride two asses to a seat. Then how am I gonna ride with you? Ain't it obvious? You're gonna leg it. Run beside my bike. There's no way I could keep up. I'm not trying to set a running record. I was just playing, man. I'll let you ride behind me. Just be careful not to fall off. Why didn't you just say that? Cool. Let's do even more Takamaru hangouts. You here to use the gift-o-matic too? I came to make some underwear with the gift-o-matic. Some shiny leopard print briefs. Leopard print? That's quite the statement piece, don't you think? Suits me just fine. You think I go around wearing lame-ass tighty-whities? A man's gotta assert dominance from the groin out. He ain't got no spirit otherwise. Okay. Thank you, Takamaru.
You never will then.
No attack today. That's good, but how long is this going to last? I wasn't naive enough to think we'd make it through the remaining 37 days without having to fight again. Now that I knew the truth, the enemy's determination to bring down the school made a lot more sense. They were just trying to protect their home from those who would take it from them. Don't think, just fight. It sucks, but we have to focus on survival. That's all we can do. Despite my growing fears and anxieties, I managed to get to sleep. That ended my 62nd day at Last Defense Academy for a second time.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 63rd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend... Be ready to...
Okay, it's morning. Better head over to the cafeteria. I still don't feel any better about what we're doing here. I'm worried about Shoma, Eva, and Shion too. I've got to do something. But what? As I stepped outside, the first thing I saw was Shoma, wandering around and looking unsteady on his feet. Just a little more. I'm so close. Shoma, are you okay? I need to remember. If only I was stronger. That's it. Power. I need more power. What are you talking about?
Power. That's what I need to finally unlock these memories. I'm so close to remembering Takumi, where we came from, how it all started, everything.
Shoma, please, get a hold of yourself. I grabbed Shoma's shoulders to try to settle him down. The moment I touched him, he let out a blood-curdling scream and scrambled back to his room, slamming the door behind him. What was that all about? What's wrong with him? And as if that wasn't bad enough. Oh my god. What the alarm?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Oh, here they come. What commanders are left, dude? We've fought so many of these fuckers. They're here. Well, I knew this was coming. I can't stand around here. I have to get to the war room and prepare for battle. What's Ava doing? Where you at? Why is she on, like, the opposite side of the war room? How wonderful! A chance to kill lots of invaders. Just give me the order, Mr. Sumino. Use me as you see fit. Alright, everyone's here. Not everyone. Where's Shoma? I don't think he'll be coming. You saw him too? He looks seriously unhinged today, right? Mr. Gonzaki was in the courtyard earlier. He was speaking to Mr. Atsuki. To Eito? About what? I got a real bad feeling about this. We can figure that out later. Right now we got invaders to deal with. This is it. This is what we have to do to survive. Yes, like it or not, this is our only option. That's right. We can't just lay down and die. We have to fight to protect this school. It's the only way. Will you be fighting too, Ava? Of course. It is my purpose to kill invaders. Always glad to have you on board, but you're not gonna suddenly snap out of your brainwashing again, are you? No. I will obey. I am your faithful soldier. It's time, everyone. Remember, if we work together, we can all make it through this alive. Let's do this. Defensive battle initiate. Okay. Eva's so sad. We should just let Shoma absorb the commander, so he gets the crypto globin. I'm assuming that's what he needs to unlock his memories or whatever. Okay, 3 sides.
There's no sign of Veshness anywhere. In fact, I don't see any commanders at all.
They're already dead. According to what Takumi told us.
Oh, I guess they're still
there were
Dalsha.
only ever 12 commanders, including Veshness herself.
They don't know that though.
So it's just the regular troops this time? This'll be easy.
Do you guys hear those weird voices too?
Yes. They seem to be coming from the invaders.
Huh? From them?
I don't want to fight.
Not like this!
God, it's the same as before.
But these guys are just battle pets Veshness created, right? Aren't they supposed to be nothing more than mindless animals? They're speaking now, though. And those things they're saying...
Mommy! Where's my daughter?
Don't listen to them. It's probably just a strategy to confuse us. Focus on protecting the Academy. Yes, I must kill invaders.
Okay.
Why did this happen? It hurts.
I don't know why I'm allowed to skip it, but sure.
So, I guess we won? Oh, I feel like such a heel, though. I can't get their voices out of my head.
What are these things? Why did they start talking all of a sudden? They sounded so sad, so scared. You really think it was just a trick?
Well, looks like we'll have to save this discussion for later. Here comes the next wave.
Please, stop it!
I want my mommy.
Shut up! Shut up! You're creeping me out here!
Don't let it get to you, man. These guys are weak. We just gotta shut them up ourselves. Permanently.
Okay. I don't know why it's letting me skip this battle. I probably shouldn't have skipped it, actually. What is Shoma doing?
Shoma! You're a little late. Are you feeling okay now?
I can't run anymore. Can't run. 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 Can't run.
You're not looking so good, Mr. Ginzaki. Maybe you should sit this one out.
Yeah, Shoma, we can handle these guys. Go get some rest, or something.
No. I won't run away. I can't run from the truth anymore.
Shoma,
Where's the commander? Aren't they here yet? Come on! We're ready for you! Where's the commander?
Shoma, dude, calm down. There ain't no commander. Veshnes is the only one left.
He's right. We beat all the commanders already. They're all gone.
Oh? Gone? No more commanders?
Shoma, what's the matter?
No, there's still one. Still one commander. Right here.
What?
I think it's time to release her. She's been through enough already.
I want to die! I don't want to die!
The invaders! They're still coming! This must be the last of them. Don't leave a single one standing.
Nothing they're saying's making any sense. What the hell is this?
I want to die! I want to die!
I didn't want to skip this battle. What? Okay, come on. Whatever. It's gotta be a bug.
Was that the last of them?
I think so. No sign of reinforcements either.
How disappointing. I suppose that's all we can expect from these disorganized troops.
I kind of feel bad for them. They never really stood a chance, and they kept saying all that weird stuff.
Well, a win's a win. Might as well celebrate.
No, it's not over. Not over yet.
What do you mean? Of course it's over. Isn't it?
There's still one left.
Shoma raised a trembling hand and pointed right at Eva. Wow. Eva? Shoma, what are you talking about? I am not your enemy. I am your possession. I belong to you. I'm sorry, Eva, but you're the only one left. To remember everything, I need a commander's hemoanima.
That means I need to take your power.
Shoma, you're scaring me. You're not serious, are you?
Uh-huh.
Does this have something to do with your peculiar flashbacks? I remembered something. Something terrible. The truth, it's even worse than we thought. Something terrible. Come on, Shoma, knock it off. We already found out the truth, remember? No, there's more. There's something else. Next to this, all that stuff about not being on Earth and us being the real invaders barely even matters anymore. There's one last secret that will turn our whole world upside down. It's really that bad. But I'm still only getting fragments of it. I can't remember the whole thing yet. That's why I need more power. What do you mean more power? I figured it out. The reason I'm the only one that remembers this stuff, it's because of my hemoanima. Huh? What does that have to do with it? My hemoanima is all about defense. And whatever they did to our memories, I must have subconsciously perceived it as a kind of attack, and activated my power to stop it. The flashbacks I've been getting, I think they're memories I was able to protect from being erased. Wait, what do you mean whatever they did to our memories? Before we all arrived here, we all had memories taken from us. All of us? I need a better handle on my skill if I'm going to access those memories. I need my hemoanima to be stronger. Then I'll be able to put the fragments together and remember the whole truth. Wait, what is this truth you're trying so hard to remember? All I can tell you is, it's about where we really come from. What does that mean? Who we are, what we are, why we were chosen. We'll finally get the answers to all those questions. But I need more hemoanima. If there really aren't any more commanders, then this is the only way.
Eva, give me your power.
Shoma, think about what you're saying. You can't just...
I know. But that's how important this secret is. If I can't remember this final part of the truth, we may end up doing something truly awful. It's something we can't come back from. I can't let that happen. And now, killing Eva is the only way.
Do you have to fucking kill Eva to do it? Killing Eva. Shoma, I don't understand. You've been closer to Eva than anyone. I know. But it's all a lie. She doesn't really want to be here. She and I are only close because we brainwashed her. We stole her freedom, her memories, and used her like a mindless weapon. It's time we released her from her suffering. Seriously, dude, do you have any idea how crazy you sound right now? I'm not crazy, it's all true! Believe me, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't all out of options, but to get back my memories and to finally set Eva free.
There's no other way.
This whole thing about more hemoanima being what you need, did Ato give you that idea? Yeah, that's what I thought. I know how it must look, but I only went to him for a second opinion. He came to the same conclusion I did. This really is the only way. I will obey any order. My life is yours to do with as you see fit. Don't say that, Ava. Takumi, do something. Stop this. She's only like this because of what we did to her. Because we trampled all over any kind of dignity she once had. We need to take responsibility for that. We need to stop this. But... it might be an unpopular opinion, but Shoma's got a point. Do you guys really think Ava's happy staying with us? She's been brainwashed to be our slave and kill her own people. If she were in her right mind, maybe she'd prefer to die than to live like this.
Oh?
After what she did to Sirei, we can't guarantee she'll remain loyal to us either. And she'll die once we get to day 100 anyway, along with everyone else on this planet. Yeah, I can't imagine the folks in charge will let us bring her back to the satellite with us. Maybe that's true, but still. I'm willing to take responsibility. I'll shoulder this burden myself. So please, to put Ava out of her misery, and to remember the truth.
Let me do it. Let me end this.
You're really serious about this, ain't you? I'm still against it. No matter how important this truth is, it doesn't justify killing her. Yeah, this is cold-blooded murder you're talking about. She's going to die sooner or later no matter what we do. Does it make that much difference if we get it over with now? This could be our only chance to find out what's really going on here, too. If we let it go, we might just end up getting manipulated again. But Ava's our friend now. Please forgive me for speaking out of turn. If you're having trouble deciding on a course of action, why not let Mr. Sumino decide? Huh? Isn't that what you've always done in the past? That's true. At times like this, we should defer to our team leader's judgment. Takumi, please. You have to believe me. There's no other way.
Whatever you decide, I will obey your orders. Treat me however you wish.
This is insane. Takumi.
Please, let me release her.
The whole truth. If there's still something important that's being kept from us, I definitely want to know about it. But what if this doesn't work? What if it's all just in Shoma's head? And even if he's right, do we really have to kill Ava to find out? That's what I'm thinking. We've done so many terrible things to her already. Invading her planet, killing her allies, brainwashing her. And again, maybe that's all the more reason for us to put her out of her misery. It's not right for us to keep using her like this. It's all up to me. What should I do here? Dude, there's more commanders out there, Shoma. You old bitch. I'm protecting her. No, I won't allow it. We can't do this. This isn't about the truth or how important it is. We can't sacrifice Ava's life to get to it. That's going too far. Takumi. Letting her live could be dangerous. She might remember her true self and her true loyalties at any time. Good. And we can't take her back to the artificial satellite when all this is over. You're saying we'll have to kill her sooner or later anyway, right? Well, what if we don't? I want to find a way. I don't want to throw Ava's life away. For better or worse, she's our friend. She's one of us. I couldn't live with myself if we killed her now. Takumi. You're following your heart. I respect that. I wish I could back you up on this, you know? But she's the only commander left. I don't like it either, but it's the only way. Releasing Ava from her pain will release us from all the secrets, all the lies.
Why can't you understand that?
I'm telling you, none of that is worth killing a friend over. It's alright. Please, do not hesitate to kill... No. Ava, don't say that. It's not how you really feel, is it? You can't die here. You have a reason to live, remember? That's why you surrendered to us, isn't it? Because you had to survive no matter what the cost.
My true feelings. No, I don't want to die.
I know you're going to hate me for this. I'm prepared for that. But you have to die or we'll never know the truth. Goodbye, Eva! With a final tortured scream, Shoma began rushing toward Eva. Shoma, no, stop! He slipped past me and launched himself at her. I don't want... Well, there goes Shoma. Fuck.
Shoma!
I recoiled in shock at the gruesome scene that played out over the next few seconds. At the last moment, Eva had moved like some kind of feral beast and driven her weapon right through Shoma's heart. A huge amount of blood, or rather cryptoglobin, started pouring from the wound and flowing into the former commander.
Eva, I guess this is what I get. I'm a miserable failure to the very end.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Don't blame Eva, everyone. It's not her fault. She's just swatting a bug that tried to hurt her.
Eva, please! You need to stop!
Snapping back to my senses, I tried to pull her away from Shoma, but it was already too late.
No!
Shoma is... No! No!
Everyone, restrain her!
We all braced ourselves for another battle. But rather than fight, Eva tottered unsteadily on her feet and passed out. She lay motionless on the ground, right next to Shoma's dried-up, desiccated body. Why? Why did it turn out like this? Once Eva was safely back in her cage, we dug a grave for Shoma and laid him to rest next to the others. All I'd wanted was to stop any more of my friends from dying. Instead, I've saved one life at the cost of another.
How could this happen?
Shoma, damn it.
This isn't the death I would have wanted for him.
Is this a bad ending? Whatever the one last secret Shoma had been so obsessed with was, we'd never learn the truth about it now. I didn't care about that, though. We had a much more immediate problem to deal with. Namely, what to do with Eva. She'd been unconscious ever since she absorbed Shoma's cryptoglobin, lying so still and quiet that it was hard to tell if she was still alive. But that didn't change the fact that she'd killed a member of our team, in spite of her brainwashing. That wasn't the kind of thing we could just ignore. I spent a restless night worrying over what would happen next, until finally...
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 64th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend... Be ready to get...
I was awake now, but the living nightmare I'd experienced yesterday hadn't gone away. This was cold, hard reality. A reality where Eva had killed Shoma. How had things gone so far off track? Why couldn't I stop the people close to me from dying? Can't sit here moping. I need to talk to the others and figure out what to do about this. Well, Shoma's fucking dead. Chapter 4. Yep, we're off the path now. Okay. Well, Chapter 4. Let's see what the ending is. I have no idea if it'll go to day 100 or not. Over in the cafeteria, everybody looked solemn. When I came in, the mood seemed to get a little more tense. Eva's been in her cage ever since yesterday. I see. It's a necessary precaution. If she goes crazy like that again, Kako could be in danger. Shoma used to be in charge of the key, but we've put it in the war room for now. You think we ought to move Ato's cage to a corner of the schoolyard? I think so. Leaving him near Eva the way she is now would be asking for trouble. Yeah, it's probably the safest choice right now. Especially with Zirai still out of action. Is there any chance Tsubasa can fix Zirai? She hasn't really been able to assess the damage yet. She's been too worried about other stuff. Eva went ahead and killed Shoma and Zirai. Even I've got to tip my hat to her. Shoma's the one who attacked her first. We could probably rule killing him as self-defense. Technically, this whole war was self-defense, at least from Eva and the other Futurans' point of view. We all knew that, but this wasn't the time to point it out. It was a fact we were still struggling to come to terms with. Self-defense? I know about that. Eva's never really been one of us. She used to be our enemy, and she only fought for us because we brainwashed her. I mean, you all saw what she looked like when she killed Shoma and took his cryptoglobin, right? Yeah, that was pretty intense. She was like some kind of monster. And it's a good thing we put her back in the cage, isn't it? Perhaps, but will that be enough? If she goes berserk again, I don't know if we can bring her under control. What are you getting at? You're saying it's too risky to allow Eva to live, right? You want to kill her? That doesn't seem fair, just because she might be dangerous. Might nothing, she killed Shoma! We'll never be safe with someone like that around. Or do you just want to wait around until she breaks out of her cage and attacks someone else? She stopped being a member of this team the moment she killed one of us. We gotta treat her like any other enemy now. You too, Takamaru? I know you don't want this, Takumi. That's why I won't force the decision right away. But we need to be aware of the danger and treat Eva with the appropriate amount of caution. Just so long as I'm not the one who has to guard her, I don't want to be her next victim. Eva was fast becoming a target of mistrust and fear, and it wasn't entirely unjustified. There wasn't really anything I could say to argue her case, so I just left. The whole Special Defense Unit was avoiding Eva now. And not just her. They'd also started to look at me differently. Yep, okay. That's how you know you're on the wrong path. I didn't have to ask why. I was the one who insisted on saving Eva from Shoma. My insistence that she'd tell us how she really felt was probably why she snapped too. I was just trying to stop Shoma from doing something he'd regret, but if I'd stayed quiet, he'd still be alive right now. On the other hand, if I hadn't stopped him, he'd have killed Eva. Damn it, what was I supposed to do? I knew there was no real answer to that question, but that just made my remorse stronger. I stayed in my room for the rest of that day. My thoughts continued to torment me long into the night.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 65th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day. Be ready.
It's morning. I don't think the others will feel like talking to me right now. At least not until we settle the issue of what we're going to do with Eva. I wonder how she's doing. How does she feel being shut up in her cage while we decide her fate for her? Maybe I'll go check on her before I do anything else. I went to the courtyard and made my way towards Eva's cage. In spite of all the chaos she'd caused a few days ago, she was sitting there quietly just like always. The only difference is that she was tied up now. We'd taken another of her freedoms away from her. Her expression didn't change when she noticed me.
Have you come to punish me, Mr. Sumino?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I don't remember anything after the end of the battle. But I've been told that I did something terrible. I must be punished. I will accept any punishment. Please, pass your judgment on me.
Sorry, but I don't have that right. Nobody here does. We can't judge you for what you've done, Eva.
Eva's only the way she is because Sirei obliterated her real personality and made her a mindless slave. If anything, what happened to Shoma was our punishment for doing that to her. Of course, the way she was now, all that was lost on her.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. If I'm not going to be punished, when will I be let out? I cannot obey your orders inside this cage. I need to fight. I need to kill the invaders.
No, it's okay. Don't need to think about that stuff right now. Really. The only reason you feel like you need to is because of what we've done to you.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Do you want me to stay in my cage and do nothing? If that is your order, I will obey it.
Sure, let's go with that. I'm sorry it has to be like this, but bear with it a little longer, okay?
Understood. I will remain here on standby until further notice.
I left the courtyard without coming to any new conclusions. But I still didn't think Eva killing Shoma meant we should kill her. It was our fault she was like this, in more ways than one. We were the ones who started this war, after all. Shoma's death had brought a lot of stuff into focus. Stuff I'd been trying not to think about. Namely, what we'd done to Eva. How we were trampling her dignity, treating her like a thing instead of a person. This was war, and humanity's future was on the line. I knew that, but did that really make it okay to do something so cruel to a living, thinking person? No, it absolutely doesn't. What we're doing isn't right. Despite my worries, I somehow managed to slip into a light, restless sleep. I really thought Shoma, we could have had our cake and ate it too.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine!
I don't know why I thought that. I sacrificed Kiyoshika, I sacrificed Kurara. It's never that simple. People have already died on this route. I can't just save everyone.
Get ready for your 66th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to be ready.
That morning, I decided to go see Eva again. I couldn't explain why, but I felt like I needed to talk to her some more.
How are you feeling today, Eva?
My physical condition is the same as ever.
That's good. Those restraints aren't hurting you, are they?
I am fine. They are a little tight around my chest, though.
Oh, right. Sorry. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
I stayed and talked with Eva for a while. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I could really call it a conversation. I wasn't talking to the real Eva, after all. This was just what was left of her after Sirei had removed any part of her personality that might have given us trouble. That got me thinking. What was the real Eva like? Not Eva the enemy commander, but Eva the future and the person. What had her personality been like before? What kind of life did she live? Who were the people she cared about the most?
Eva, did you have a family before? Somebody you wanted to protect?
I was just thinking out loud. I wasn't really expecting a reply. But my question had an effect on her.
Huh? Eva! Eva! What is it? What's the matter?
Stop it! No!
Eva! Eva, please get a hold of yourself!
Something was seriously wrong here. Eva jerked around erratically, a look of agony on her face, and then she slumped over motionless, like a puppet whose strings had been cut.
Ava? She's still breathing. She must have passed out. But why did this happen?
Should I tell the others about it? No, they'll just think she went berserk again. They're already looking for reasons to execute her. I better stay quiet. As I stood there looking down at her, Ava's lips parted, ever so slightly, and moved.
Mune.
Yep. I stuck to my decision and didn't tell anyone about Ava's strange behavior. When she woke up again, she'd gone back to normal. Well, normal for her. But I couldn't stop thinking about what she said when she passed out. What was it again? Commune? Could that be someone's name? Seems like asking about her family was what triggered that weird reaction. She mentioned commune after that, then. I wonder if they absorbed her crypto-anima. Word of chips had fallen out of her eyes. Would they still be there?
Up and Atom troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 67th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to be ready.
Things were still awkward between me and the rest of the team. I went to the cafeteria a little later than usual so I wouldn't run into them.
Huh?
Alright, no one's here. True, I was staying out of everyone's way right now, but none of them were actively seeking me out either. It had been like that ever since I saved Ava. I didn't blame them for being mad at me. I was largely responsible for Shoma's death. There was people on my side, though. There was mainly Nozomi, I thought would not be against me right now, but whatever. I don't have anything to do today, but I'm still worried about Ava. Maybe I'll go check on her again. Okay, there you are. Takumi. Oh, hey Nozomi. You've been going to talk to Ava a lot lately, huh? Yeah, I guess. Is that a problem? Not a problem exactly. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think you should stop.
Huh?
Huh? I can tell what you're thinking. What happened wasn't Ava's fault, it's just because of the brainwashing. But if you keep this up, people might get the wrong idea. Think about how it looks. Nozomi was right, of course. She'd summed up the whole situation pretty well. Seeing me go and talk to Ava every day, it wouldn't be unusual for the others to start getting suspicious of me. Thanks for the warning. I'm sorry. What I'm saying must sound heartless. I mean, you're all Ava has right now. If you stop going to see her, she'll be the target of everyone's hate, with no one to turn to. But I'd rather that happen than see everyone turn on you. I had to say something. Even now, she's doing her best to be honest and considerate. Nozomi's such a good person. Better than I'll ever be. No, really. Thank you. But I'm going to keep seeing Ava. What? I'm not doing it for her. This is the only way I can deal with my guilt. Both for getting Shoma killed, and for making Ava the way she is. Heck, even for the fact that humanity are the ones trying to take the Futurans home from them. I've been complicit in so much horrible stuff. It feels like the guilt is going to crush me. Talking to Ava helps somehow. Takumi. Our conversation drifted into an uneasy silence. I turned and left the cafeteria. Nozomi didn't try to stop me. I went to the courtyard to talk to Ava again. As usual, she answered all my questions with a dull, emotionless look on her face. In spite of that, when I talked to her, the miasma of guilt choking my heart felt a little more manageable. In the end, I was still using her, just in a different way from before.
Looks like it's getting late. I'd better head back for the day.
Understood. Goodbye, Mr. Samino.
She looks kind of restless. Is she trying to tell me something?
Ava, is there something on your mind?
Mr. Samino, why are you being so nice to me? I'm just a possession for you to use as you see fit.
I don't want to treat you like a possession anymore. Even if it's not by your own choice. You're still an ally I entrust my life to on the battlefield. And we've done something truly terrible to you. That's the reason things have ended up like this. But for what it's worth, I want to do whatever I can for you.
For me?
My words would probably have rung false if I were speaking to the real Eva. If I really cared about her, I would have released her and let her go back to her own people. Since I couldn't do that, I was trying to make myself feel better by offering something else. A token gesture to help lighten my guilt.
Ava, I know it's probably pointless to ask, but is there anything you'd like to do?
Me? I want to kill invaders.
No, I mean, outside of battle. There's gotta be something, right? Is there, say, anyone you really miss right now?
The same way I miss Karawa.
You said someone's name last time. Commune. Do you know who that is?
Commune.
The moment she heard the name, Ava's face went pale.
Oh no, not again!
I wish I hadn't mentioned that name now, but there was no taking it back. Ava began thrashing around like she had last time, with one very important difference.
Where am I? How did I get here?
What the?
My head! No! Stop! Get out of my head!
You've got to be kidding. The brainwashing's wearing off? Thank God. The look in Ava's eyes had changed. It had gone from a beast-like confusion to fear and suspicion. It was the same way she'd looked when I tried to talk to her the first time, before Sirei took her away for his emergency treatment.
Please! No! No more! Don't mess with my head again! Why are you doing this? How can you be so cruel?
Ava, please, you have to calm down. I'm not going to do anything to you, I promise.
I probably didn't sound very convincing, but I was desperate.
You have to stop yelling, though. If the others hear you, we could be in big trouble.
You won't do anything? That's a lie! Why would I believe anything you say?
Now that Sirei's not here to operate the machine, Ava's brainwashing is gone for good. But if Hiroko and the others find out she's her old self again...
Listen to me, Ava. You were brainwashed. It's only just wearing off now. But if the rest of my team realize that, they'll kill you for sure. I don't want that to happen. I know this must be hard for you to believe, but please, just trust me on this. I'm trying to save your life.
Save my life? Oh wait, you're...
My frantic pleading finally got through to her, and she began to calm down. She was no longer looking at me with outright animosity, but that fear and unease in her eyes hadn't gone away.
I think I'm starting to remember. It's like something out of a nightmare. A me who wasn't me. You're... Takumi Sumino, leader of the Special Defense Unit.
You remember what happened while you were brainwashed?
Only a little. It's coming back to me, but it's still fuzzy. Did you mean what you said just now? You really want to save me?
I do. Please, believe me.
It was such a subtle change that it was easy to miss, but Ava's caution seemed to ease up a little.
After you took me prisoner, your commanding officer, Sirei, he brainwashed me. Now that I've broken free of it, the risks of letting me live outweigh the benefits. It's like you said, if the others find out, it could be the end for me.
She's still afraid, but she's thinking rationally. This is the real Ava, huh? She was a commander, so I guess it's no surprise that she'd be able to handle herself in a crisis. Feels like I'm seeing a whole new side of her, though.
But that begs the question. Are you really going to keep this a secret from your allies?
If I can, then yes. I'll try.
You'd betray your own team for me?
No, I wouldn't put it that way. I'm just as loyal to them as I always have been. It's more like, even if our people are at war, as individuals, there's no need for you and me to hate each other, right?
So, this is your way of easing your guilt for brainwashing me. Well, all right. I'll do as you say. For now.
Thanks, Ava.
What am I going to do with her now, though? I don't have any kind of concrete plan. I'll have to think of something. I probably shouldn't stick around her too much longer. If people get too suspicious, this will all be for nothing.
We'll talk about what we're going to do next tomorrow. If anyone else tries to speak to you before then.
I know. I'll pretend I'm still brainwashed. But don't worry. You're the only one who comes to see me anyway.
Ava smiled sadly. Reluctantly, I walked away, leaving her locked up in that cage for another day. I never expected Ava to break out of her brainwashing, and so completely, too. This could be a big problem. Keeping a secret like this won't be easy. Why did it happen now, though? How did she do it? She's been acting a little strange lately, but it only started at the end of our last battle. In other words, when she absorbed Shoma's cryptoglobin. Did doing that make Ava strong enough to break free of C-Ray's programming? It's not impossible, I guess. Either way, I'm the one who made the choice to save her and set all this in motion. I need to be prepared for what this could mean for me. Depending on how I handle this, I might end up in a worse position than ever. But that doesn't matter. I made my decision. Now I have to take responsibility for it.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
What's the name of that, like, trope where, like, everything's explained by some random, like, magic quantity? Like, everything in this game is like, oh, the cryptoglobin did it. Cryptoglobin. It's explained, like, Shoma needs to remember something, cryptoglobin. Ava breaks free from her brainwashing, cryptoglobin. Nozomi has rejection symptoms, cryptoglobin. You know, it's like...
Get ready for your 68th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
Heals your wounds, it does everything.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the... Be ready to get...
After eating a quick, simple breakfast in the cafeteria, I made my way to the courtyard when no one was watching. Naturally, I was going to talk to Ava about the future.
Takumi Samino.
When Ava saw me, she dropped her act, allowing emotion to show on her face again.
You're late. You want to consider how I feel, waiting for you all alone?
Despite her rebuke, she seemed more relaxed now, almost like she was warming up to me.
Sorry. I didn't want to look like I was in too much of a hurry and risk tipping anyone off.
I know. I was just trying to make you feel bad.
I guess I deserve that much, at the very least.
We are enemies after all. You and I, we're... enemies. Invaders, and the invaded.
Ava stared at me intently, her gaze burning with a dozen warring emotions. Anger, hatred, grief, and more besides.
Why did you attack us? If you'd never come to Futurum, none of this would have happened.
I won't make excuses. I know that we're the ones who started this war now.
No, I didn't mean to blame you personally. You didn't know. You were told you were fighting to protect your friends and family.
If I had to put a name to the emotion on Ava's face now, I'd have to call it pity. Compassion, maybe. I guess in her eyes, we were just misled soldiers made to fight in a war we didn't fully understand.
So, what's going to happen to me now?
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm not necessarily expecting you to set me free, but it would be nice to know.
At the very least, I can promise I won't tell anyone you're back to your old self. They hate you enough as it is.
Hate me? Isn't that a little excessive? They didn't treat me this way or make me wear these strange clothes before. Why did things change so suddenly?
Huh?
Something seemed odd about Ava's attitude. Could it be?
Ava, do you remember a member of our team named Shoma? Shoma Genzaki.
Shoma. Yes, I remember. He used to come see me in my cage and help me out with little everyday things. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him in a while. What's happened to him?
I was right. Ava doesn't remember killing Shoma. She did say her memory was still fuzzy. What now? Should I tell her? No, the shock might be too much for her, but I've got to tell her something.
You've gone pale. Oh no. Did he?
He died. In battle.
Oh. I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ava was too observant for me to hide the truth completely. But at least I was able to hold back the most important detail, for now.
He was kind to me, even when I was a prisoner. I got the feeling that he just wasn't made for war.
Yeah, he was a good guy. And a much braver, kinder person than he ever gave himself credit for.
You've had it hard too, haven't you?
Ava spoke with a kind of sympathy that I instinctively knew was sincere. Even shut up in this cage behind enemy lines, she still found it in her heart to consider my feelings. Obviously, Shoma wasn't the only brave, kind soul around here.
You're not worried about me, are you? I'm the one responsible for killing all your friends.
Friends? Oh, do you mean the other heroes? We fought on the same side, but I wouldn't call them friends. They certainly didn't think of me that way. I didn't ask to be chosen by the power of God. If it weren't for that, I would never have gone to war in the first place. I never wanted to be a hero.
And with that, I finally understood. Ava and I may have been on different sides, born on different planets, but we were basically the same. Neither of us wanted to fight or kill other people. But with our homes and families on the line, we'd been left with no choice. We didn't choose this life. It was chosen for us.
It's the same for all of you, isn't it? I understood that once I saw you outside of battle. You don't really want to fight either. It's too bad we had to meet like this. In another time and place, we might have been...
Ava couldn't bring herself to finish that sentence. I couldn't say anything to comfort her either. I just stared into her big, sad eyes. After a while, I checked again to make sure no one was watching, and made my way back inside. She doesn't remember what she did to Shoma. This could be bad. Veshna said the commanders are forbidden to absorb another person's cryptoglobin. When Ava does remember, she won't just have to deal with the guilt of killing someone who didn't deserve it, but breaking one of her people's most serious religious taboos, too. I can't do that to her. I better keep it a secret a little longer. I was so absorbed in my thoughts I didn't notice someone else coming down the hallway toward me until they spoke up. Takumi!
Ah.
Huh? Oh, hey, Tsubasa. It feels like a while since we've talked, huh? Are you okay? You look kind of pale. I'm fine. I didn't get enough sleep last night, that's all. Same here. But I'm one step closer to fixing C right now. Oh, so the repairs are going well? Yep. Moko and some of the others went out and found me a bunch of useful materials. And Yugamu found a bunch of datas and schematics and stuff on the war room computer. How long do you think it'll be until he can fix them? At the rate things are going now, probably just 3 more days. I didn't exactly like the guy, but he was useful to have around. I think Shion misses him too. He hasn't appeared since C-Ray got destroyed, you know. I'm worried about him. Anyways, I'm gonna head to the cafeteria. Gotta fuel up so I can keep working. See ya. I parted ways with Tsubasa and went back to my room, feeling more uneasy than ever. Yeah, you need to Get her out of there before he wakes up. Sounds like she really is going to fix Searai. Now things are looking really bad. If Searai comes back and hears Ava's been acting strange, he's sure to look into the cause. Thoroughly. And the fact that the brainwashing's come undone is bound to come out. Tsubasa said she'd be done in another 3 days. That makes day 71 my time limit. That doesn't leave me a lot of time. But what should I do? It's day 69.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 69th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the... Be ready to give your life.
After breakfast, I once more made my way to the courtyard to talk to Ava. We discussed the situation from different angles, and she told me a little more about Futurum and its people. As we talked, I gradually became aware of something. I was enjoying myself. Being here with her, talking about whatever came into our heads, it was a nice way to get away from everything for a while.
You know, the more you tell me, I get the feeling Futurans and Earthlings aren't so different.
Oh, that's gonna set her off.
I know.
Oh,
It's
never mind.
not just how we look, but our culture and history is similar too. Maybe we share a common ancestor, somewhere in the distant past.
Sounds like something out of a sci-fi story. But it wouldn't be all that strange at this point.
Ava suddenly stopped talking and a look of profound sorrow crossed her face.
Is something wrong?
Yes.
I know that telling you about this won't do me any good, but I was thinking about my daughter.
Daughter? You have kids?
Do I look too young to be a mother? Well, technically she is adopted. Her name is Commune. She's only a little girl, but she's very smart.
Commune. So she was remembering her family.
Her birth parents tried to oppose Veshness and were executed. She killed them right in front of her.
Oh, wow.
Commune has suffered so much already. I just want her to be happy. Don't look so worried. We may be apart now, but I'm sure God is watching over her.
You know, I've been meaning to ask about that too. The god that you believe in on this planet. What kind of deity are they?
I can tell you some of our legends, for starters. Long ago, God gave Futurum the boxes of blessings and calamity.
Blessings? Calamity.
7 boxes of blessings that could grant any wish, and 6 boxes of calamity that would bring disaster when opened. It's said that God's power is what gave the boxes such frightening potential. After they appeared, that same power brought about a long period of peace. We still believe that those chosen to wield it are closer to God than others. But when this war started, everything changed. Our divine powers are no longer used simply to protect others, but to actively slaughter our enemies as well. My sister, that is, Veshness, was at the forefront of that change in attitude. Commune's birth parents tried to stop her, so she killed them.
I saw fear, sadness, and powerlessness reflected in Ava's eyes. I was still getting used to seeing her express so much emotion.
My poor Commune. Fate hasn't been kind to her. Even now, she can't be truly free. Even if I'm just a replacement for the mother she lost, I still want to give her all of the love I can.
Just a replacement? Somehow I doubted that. When Ava talked about Commune, her whole being radiated love, the kind of love that only a real mother could feel. Seeing her like this seemed to make everything fall into place, and the last of my doubts disappeared.
Listen, Ava. I've made up my mind.
I crouched down in front of the cage so I could look her in the eye, face to face.
I'm going to get you out of here.
Oh, let's...
What? Are you serious?
Yes. So long as you're at this school, you'll never be safe. Sooner or later, you'll be seen as a potential threat and executed, or brainwashed again.
Either way, it amounted to this Eva disappearing forever. I didn't want that. And for some reason, I don't think Shoma would have either.
You really mean it, don't you? But what about you, Takumi? If you let me go, won't you be treated as a traitor?
I'll figure something out. Maybe I can make it look like an accident.
I don't understand. Why are you willing to go that far for my sake?
I didn't have an answer for her. Not one I could put into words, anyway. But the camaraderie I'd felt for Eva before, the sympathy I felt for her now, the guilt at being part of an invading force, they were all driving me in the same direction. Maybe that wasn't much of a reason. Or maybe it was all the reason I needed.
I guess it's because this war isn't what I thought it was. Knowing what I do now, I just can't justify it anymore. That's why it's so important to me to do the right thing in other ways, if I can. That's really all there is to it.
And the right thing is saving me.
Saving you and reuniting you with Commune.
Oh.
And I don't want to stop there either. Talking to you has made me realize how alike we all are. You and Commune can find other common ground between our planets. I'm sure of it. I'll try to find something on this side too. Maybe then we can stop the fighting and end this war peacefully. Maybe I'm being hypocritical or naive. Maybe I'll be treated as a traitor. But I don't care about that. I just want to follow my heart and do what I believe is right.
Takumi, thank you.
And just like that, my future had been decided. Now I knew what I had to do. It was best to do it sooner rather than later. I'd get everything ready today and carry out the plan tomorrow. On day 70, I was going to set Eva free. Am I going to have to fight all of them with Eva? That'd be crazy. I got up early before the morning announcement. I went over everything in my mind one last time, then headed to Ava's cage. First, I handed her a small knife to cut her restraints with. Phew. I can finally move my arms and legs again. Those ropes were really tight around my chest, too. Yeah, you mentioned that. All that's left now is to unlock the cage. But knowing Hiroko and the others, they'll probably have some kind of extra security in place to tip them off if it's opened. So when I do open it, get out of here as fast as you can. Are you sure you want to do this? I held her gaze for a few moments, then smiled. It's too late for second thoughts now. I've come this far. I'm not backing down. Thank you, Takumi. I'm truly grateful. Peaceful negotiation might not be possible while Veshness is still in charge. But I'll do what I can. For you. Whatever happens to me from here on, I'll never forget what you've done for me. Eva. I wanted to say something. Something clever, something meaningful. But I knew I'd never do justice to all the complex, confusing things I was feeling. Instead, I fumbled with the key I'd gotten from the war room and thrust it into the lock. Huh? What's wrong, Takumi? That's weird. It's not opening. The key won't fit. Are you sure it's the right key? It's the right one, all right. I just switched it with a dummy. Hiroko! In a flash, 3 more figures appeared and surrounded me. Gaku, Yugamu, Takamaru. Such a pity. I didn't think you'd really try to release the prisoner. How could you let her get inside your head? You're supposed to be the leader here. I didn't want to believe it either. But now that we've caught you in the act, we can't let this slide. You betrayed us, Takumi. Ain't no way I'm accepting you as leader anymore. What's going on? How did you guys know? You've got bigger things to worry about. You've really done it now, Sumino. C-Ray? But why? I thought the repairs weren't done yet.
Hooray!
Kawana's just that good. Thanks to her, your beloved commanding officer's back and better than ever. A good thing, too. I was just in time to stop you from making a terrible mistake. No. And it seems like Eva snapped out of her brainwashing all on her own, too. Did absorbing Gensaki's cryptoglobin give you the strength to do that, I wonder? Absorb? What are you talking about? Stop it, C-Ray. Don't tell her. You mean you don't remember, Eva? You killed Genzaki and sucked him dry. Taking his cryptoglobin made your own power of God stronger. Strong enough to break through my brainwashing. This isn't good. When Eva finds out what she did, she'll... I took... his power? I consumed the power of God? That can't be. I violated the taboo. No! Eva, calm down. You killed an irreplaceable member of our Special Defense Unit. The least you could do is remember him. That's enough for C-Ray. Restraining Takumi comes first. Restraining me? Sorry, man. But we can't risk you running around and trying something like this again. Do us a favor and come quietly, okay? I really don't want to fight you. Besides, it's 4 against 1. You don't seriously think you can win with odds like that, do you? The 4 of them began to close in on me. I broke God's law. It can't be. It's a lie. I can't let Eva out while she's like this. Even if she got out, she's in no condition to run or defend herself. Right when I was about to give up hope. There was the sound of an explosion, and a blinding light flooded my vision. What's this? A flash grenade? But who could have thrown it?
Hey.
Over here, Takumi. Hurry. You? Still dazzled by the light, I took hold of his hand and let him lead me away. After a terrifying few seconds of running blind, the light started to fade. Somehow we'd made it all the way to the schoolyard. What are you doing here? Phew. It looks like we lost him. It's a good thing Kurara left a bunch of traps flying around in her room. Eito, why? It wasn't just me Eito had saved. He'd somehow gotten Eva out of her cage and brought her with us. You got lucky, Takumi. When he moved my cage away from Eva's, it caused some kind of fault with the electromagnetic equipment. I could have escaped at any time. I just chose not to. I lost interest after you let me live a second time. I'd planned to stay and put and watch the conclusion to your ugly, loathsome lives. But then I happened to hear a rumor that you were going to betray the team, Takumi. I doubt you happened to hear anything from where your cage was moved to. Well, I'll leave that part to your imagination. The point is, once I heard about that, I couldn't remain passive anymore. While you were busy in the courtyard just now, I snuck out and got the real key from the war room. And while the others were blinded, I opened up Ava's cage and let her out. Okay, but why? Why would you save the 2 of us? You're allying yourself with Eva, aren't you? That means you're an enemy of humanity now. And as you know, I hate humanity. What? No, that's not what I was trying to do. Perhaps not. But that's what everyone is going to think. That's why I had to step in and save you. Not that it's going to help your case very much. He's right. It was bad enough that the others found out I was helping Eva. But if they also think I'm working with Eito... Well, good luck from here on. Consider this a parting gift. Eito handed me a knapsack that had been lying on the ground nearby. I packed a set of Ava's battle gear and some light rations. As well as your infuser, Takumi. Now that things have reached this point, neither of you are going to be welcome here. What? But... No, you're right. I left a fire extinguisher near the wall of fire. Use it and get out of here. Takumi, are you sure about this? Eva hadn't quite recovered from the shock of hearing what she'd done yet, but she'd calmed down a little now, and although she wouldn't say it, she seemed worried. It's fine, Eva. This just means I get to reunite you with Commune in person. And after that, we can figure out a way to open up peace talks. This might actually be better for us. Let's end this war. Together. Takumi? There's never a dull moment with you around, Takumi. Personally, I think any attempts to negotiate with humanity are doomed to failure. But I'll at least hope that you end your life in a way that has meaning for you. What are you going to do, Eito? I'll stay here. It's not like I have anywhere else to go. Besides, it might be fun to see how long the school lasts without you here. Okay, well, thanks again. Don't mention it. Really, don't. Your gratitude makes my skin crawl. You'd better leave before they come after you. Right. Come on, Eva, let's go. Okay. And so, Eva and I ran, leaving Last Defense Academy behind us. I only looked back once. One final look at the school. For a moment, I thought I saw Kara was standing there, seeing us off with a melancholy look on her face.
Oh.
There he goes. Didn't you want to say anything to him? No. It's fine. If this is what Takumi wants, there's nothing more to say. You worked so hard to save him, though. Are you sure you want to keep it a secret?
Oh.
You even begged me for my help, let me out of my cage, and even went and found the real key. All for him. Wow. Is this what they call unselfish love? You'll have to forgive me. I've never understood that kind of thing. No, that's not it. It's... Honestly, I'm not sure how to feel. We have to fight if we want to survive. But so long as we keep fighting, other people will suffer. In a situation like this, I have no idea what's right or wrong. No one does. I think that's part of why Takumi is leaving. He can't think of what the future ends as just the enemy anymore. If that's how he feels, I won't stand in his way or force him to stay and fight against his will. All I want is for Takumi to press forward and trust in his decision, just like he always has. Wow. To think the team leader of the Special Defense Unit would run off with an enemy commander. If Sumino follows Atsuki's lead and starts fighting on their side instead, it could be a problem. We're better off detonating the bomb in him now so that doesn't. Wait a moment, Sirei. You're stopping me, Shizuhara. What gives? From Veshnus's point of view, Eva's already a traitor. I can't imagine the invaders welcoming her Takumi with open arms. And when you factor in how inhospitable the rest of this planet is, the two of them probably won't live very long on their own. Give them enough time, and they'll be begging to be allowed back into the school.
Yeah.
You think we can afford to just wait for them to come crawling back? They'll effectively be acting as decoys while they're out there. They might even kill some of our enemies for us. But what if Veshnus kills Takumi and takes his cryptoglobin? Beating her is going to be hard enough already. We don't have much chance of winning without Shoma, Eva, and Takumi anyway. I don't think Takumi deserted us without good reason either. He has a plan, I'm certain of it. What kind of plan? I don't know. But I do know he'll do his best for us, in his own way. He can't do that if you kill him now. Why not take a chance on him figuring something out? Also, a little reminder. We could have left you the way you were before. We didn't have to fix you. You can consider this your way of returning the favor. Well, well. I never had you pegged for the sentimental type, Shizuhara. Thought you were all about strategy and logic. Sure, why not? You've won me over with your honeyed words. I guess it's always better to bet on a slim chance than no chance at all. And let's face it, the way things are now, humanity needs every chance it can get. We certainly do. we doing? Ava and I wandered through ruin after abandoned ruin. That was all we found, no matter where we went. The merciless heat in the day and cruel cold at night slowly but surely ate away at our energy. At some point, we stopped walking and just stood in place like statues. All around us was nothing but ruins and rubble. We didn't have the energy to move another inch forward. I'd been prepared for the fact that I might die back when I defied Sea-Ray to save Ava, but it looked like our escape had only bought us a few days' reprieve. Needless to say, dying so far away from the school meant I'd die for good. Takumi, I'm sorry that you had to suffer like this. I'm the one who should be punished. I broke God's law, and now you're paying the price. It's a little late for that now. I told you before, didn't I? I've made my choice, and I'm sticking to it. And you don't regret it? I looked at Ava, her face pale and washed out with exhaustion, and smiled. It hurt from how cracked my lips were, but I did it anyway. I've made a lot of choices since this war began. Choices I can never take back. If I had to be honest, I've got a ton of regrets about all of them. But not this one. For once, I know I made the right decision. We may be from different worlds, and we may have started on different sides. But being here with you, even like this, it makes me happy. Oh, Takumi, you're such a fool. Such a wonderful fool. Ava and I stood there, buffeted by the merciless wind and dust storms, leaning on each other for support. Each other. That was all we had now. Morning found us still standing there, surrounded by the desolate remains of future and civilization. Which day was this again? 74? The rations Ato had given us were getting low. We were going to run out of water soon. This barren wasteland wasn't likely to offer us anywhere to top up our supply either. None of the buildings had anything edible left inside them. We were just lucky we didn't run into any invaders. In a way, being killed by the very planet my people had tried to invade was probably a fitting end for me. Commune. I wanted you to meet her, too. Hey, don't be like that. It could still happen. Even as I said it, I knew it was a vain hope. This planet was a big place, and we didn't even know if Ava's daughter was still alive out there somewhere. Even if she was, the two of us no longer had it in us to go and find her. All we could do now is stay put and wait for death to claim us. We'd made it to day 75. I thought we had anyway. I might have lost count. My eyes hurt from the blazing sun shining onto my face. I guess that meant I was on the ground now, lying face up. I didn't know how long I'd been like that, but I couldn't see myself getting up again anytime soon.
Ava.
Takumi.
I croaked out Ava's name and she answered me. That was the only sign I had that we were both still alive. I forced my arm to move and reached out in the direction her voice had come from. Slowly, slowly. My fingers met hers sooner than I was expecting. She'd reached out for me, too.
I'm going to try to think about this the same way you do. This isn't punishment for violating a taboo. It's just where my choices have led me.
Ava.
Talking to you. Being saved by you. The time we've spent together. It's... I don't know how to explain it, but somehow, when I'm with you, I feel at peace. If this is how I die, here, with your hand in mine, maybe it won't be so bad.
I had the sense that Ava had closed her eyes. I didn't like where this was going. A chill ran down my spine. I called her name again, but this time there was no reply. Is this really the end? I guess this was always where we were headed. Right from the time we left the school. But Ava, I wanted you to live. Even if I couldn't. I wanted to feel like I'd protected something. Someone important. But it's over now. Everything's fading. It's all going dark. Me? Kumi? Takumi? Takumi. Please wake up, Takumi! Sound of that voice, I opened my eyes. Huh? Where am I? Takumi, you're awake! Oh, thank goodness. Found myself laying on a simple bed, with Ava looking down at me with an expression of profound relief. Ava, how are we still alive? Raise my tired head up and look around. We weren't in the ruins where we'd passed out. This felt like somewhere completely different. Someone arrived to save us. Right at the last minute. Saved us? Who would do that? You are awake. That is certainly a relief. We might not have made it if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much. Commune. Commune? Do not be so modest, Mother. You've been nursing him around the clock as well. You may have come to first, but I wish you'd be more careful. Ava, did you say Commune? So, this girl is... Yes, I am Ava's daughter, Commune. It's nice to meet you, Takumi. Mother has told me a lot about you. We were fortunate to be able to save both your lives. Welcome to the Rebellion headquarters. Huh? Rebellion? It's a long story. You should have some warm soup first. Now that you mention it, that'd be great. I'm starving. While I dug into the first hot food I'd had in days, Commune told me about what was going on. The people of Futrim and Earth had been at war for years, generations even. Futrim society had become a military dictatorship, with Veshnus ruling by right of her abnormally strong cryptoglobin. The power of God she'd been blessed with made her a hero among heroes, someone who had saved the planet from certain doom countless times. But all that power had gone to her head. She'd started eliminating anyone who opposed her or dared to disagree with her policies. To Veshnus, every living Futurin was a potential weapon to use in the war against us. Those grotesque monsters we called invaders. They'd all just been regular people once. Plenty still opposed what Veshnus was doing, but they couldn't do so openly. That was why they formed this underground resistance group, the Rebellion. Ava's daughter Commune had assumed control of the Rebellion. As its only cryptoglobin user, she was the natural choice. Still, it's got to be a tough job for a little girl like her. Alas, the Rebellion lacks the powers to engage the Supreme Commander and her forces directly. Any resistance we offer is but a drop in the ocean. Even my divine power is ill-suited for battle. On the bright side, that means Veshnus has largely ignored us in favor of more immediate threats. Like me and my friends. Indeed. The hero-class fighters have all been sent to assail your base rather than hunt us down. Then why don't we work together? None of us want this war to continue. If we could stop Last Defense Academy from raising this planet, and take down Veshnus too, we might just be able to live in peace. It's a pleasant thought, but we have no hope of defeating Veshnus. And as for your academy, do you really think you can destroy it? Can you bring yourself to fight your former allies? No. I knew very well I couldn't do that. Not so long as I had this bomb inside me. And do not forget, your kind are the hated invaders who have laid waste to our planet. Yeah, of course. Oh, but you are different, Takumi. As the one who saved my mother's life, I have nothing but gratitude for you. Commune looked at me with genuine affection. Eva must have been playing up my good points while I was still unconscious. Still, if Veshnis defeats your old team, she will surely come after us next. I hate to say this, but our best chance may be for Veshnis and Last Defense Academy to destroy each other. Commune, I'm so sorry you've had to shoulder this burden alone. It took everything I had to keep Veshnis away from you for this long. That was more than enough, Mother. I'm just happy I get to see your smiling face again. Oh, Commune. Not to mention, having the two of you here will provide quite the morale boost.
Huh?
You sure you want me too? Of course. The rebellion is a refuge for anyone on the run from Veshnis. Besides, what kind of daughter would I be if I turned away a man my mother favors so highly? Favors? It's not exactly a honeymoon resort, but please do make yourselves at home here. Commune, I think you've misunderstood. Oh, I understand all too well, Mother. Come, let me show you to your tent. Due to supply issues, you will both have to stay in the same tent together, but I'm sure that won't be a problem for you. Alright. Shall we? Yeah, I guess we should. Awkwardness aside, that was the start of mine and Ava's life with the rebellion. Our final deadline, day 100, was getting closer, but our bodies needed time to heal and recover. Not being used to future and people or customs, I felt a little out of place at first. But Ava did her best to help me get used to it in any way she could. With all the time we were spending together, the vague feelings I had for Ava began to develop into something more definite. Ooh, I couldn't deny them anymore. And so the days passed by, one after another. Do we get art? Jesus Christ. Okay, day 93. The wind was gentle that morning. It felt like the kind of day where you could relax and go with the flow. Way out on the horizon, the mountains towered underneath an endless azure blue sky. It was the kind of scenery I could never have even dreamed of back in the complex. I sat outside our tent for a while, just marveling at the sight of it. Living here was nice. It was quiet. Time passed by without me really noticing. Even with the occasional invader attack, they were never too much for Ava and me to deal with. It wasn't like at Last Defense Academy, where it felt like we won every battle by the skin of our teeth. I wonder how everyone is doing back at the school. Bet they're still fighting hard. Oh, Takumi. You're out here today, huh? Ava emerged from her tent and sat down next to me. Were you thinking about your friends again? Yeah. And not good thoughts either. What do you mean? Just that it's thanks to them fighting all the tough battles that we can live so comfortably here. Yes. According to commune scouting parties, several more squads have been sent to attack the school since we escaped. They're probably doing everything they can just to get by. Dying, getting revived, dying again. Despite knowing that, more than feeling sorry for them or guilty for not helping, I just feel happy. I want things to stay the way they are. I like my peaceful life here with you. I don't want it to end. It's not fair that I get to be happy when the others are going through hell. It should bother me more. Takumi, I'm a terrible person. I was their leader, but I ran off and abandoned them. At some point, I'd started shaking, and not because I was cold. Ava took my trembling hands in hers and drew me into a warm embrace, comforting me like she would a crying child. Of course you don't want to fight anymore. Of course you want to be happy. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel bad about it. Besides, I'm pretty terrible myself. I allowed my precious daughter to shoulder a burden she's far too young to bear. Not only that, I also broke one of my people's most sacred laws.
Even if I can't take your sins away, I can at least lament mine with you. We're both guilty of awful things. So why not comfort each other in our guilt?
I didn't know what to say. What could I say? In all likelihood, these 100 days were going to end just like the last, with Shion's undying flames scorching the planet and destroying everything in their path. The only way our peaceful lives could continue was if Last Defense Academy fell. Commune's suggestion that we hope Veshnus and the Special Defense Unit wipe each other out had seemed heartless at the time. But deep down, I think a part of me felt that way too. Come back inside. It's cold out here. Yeah. I let Eva lead me away, back into our tent. From the bottom of my heart, all I wanted was to live with her like this, always. But I knew that wouldn't happen. Everything was going to change, and soon. I could feel it inside me with a cold, hard certainty I struggled to ignore. While I was wandering around the rebellion camp, Commune called out to me. Hello, Takumi. You certainly seem like you had a good time last night. Quit kidding around. Is my relationship with your mom just one big joke to you? Haha. The two of you are so close these days, after all. Perhaps I'm a little jealous. You're always so mature and level-headed. You feel more like her sister than her daughter sometimes. In all seriousness, I'm happy for her. I've never seen Mother smile the way she does around you before. Her life has been so full of worry and unwanted obligations. She's never really had the chance to. She's had it pretty tough, huh? Yes, she never wanted to fight. But after being chosen by God's power, she had little choice. Not to mention her own sister is the Supreme Commander. She's been used and exploited at every turn. But now it feels as though she is really living her own life. Thanks to you, Takumi. Hey, come on. If anything's giving her life meaning, it's you, Commune. The hope of finding her way back to Commune was what had made Eva beg us to spare her life, after all. I know my mother loves me very much. I have never doubted that. But it is because we are so close that I can tell you are special to her, Takumi. I'm special. Mother and I are parent and child. We can never be equal partners. It's kind of a lot of pressure. But I'll do my best not to disappoint you. That's the spirit. Keep it up, and one day I may call you father. Commune smiled mischievously. I couldn't tell how serious she was. But it was clear she meant it when she said she was happy for Eva. She must have been so worried about her all this time. Could Eva, Commune, and I really be a family someday? It was a nice idea. Just thinking about it made me smile. And how much happier would I be if I could make that dream a reality? Alright, buddy. We'd had another string of peaceful days without any scuffles against invaders. That in itself wasn't a bad thing, but I had an uneasy feeling about what might be coming next. My misgivings turned out to be right on the mark. One day, Commune visited our tent, looking pale and shaken. I received a troubling report. A hero was sent to attack Last Defense Academy a few days ago. Specifically, Dalsha, the Paragon of Warfare. The Dalsha? What? Who is that? Dalsha is one of the planet's greatest warriors. Strong enough to be considered warfare incarnate. He was Supreme Commander before Veshnus ousted him and locked him away. She must have let him out on condition that he fight for her. She really is getting desperate now. There's still someone that's strong out there? We didn't fight this Dalsha guy last time. Who'd have thought Veshnus still had a trick like that up her sleeve? He and Veshnus are not exactly on good terms. Given the chance, I would have liked to invite him to join the rebellion. But what about the school? What happened to the Special Defense Unit? They somehow managed to defeat Dalsha, though it cost your friend made of undying flames most of his power. Shion. Damn it, why does he have to be so reckless? Though they won, the school sustained massive damage in the process. The undying flames surrounding it have disappeared too. The wall of fire is gone? Does that mean Shion's dead? Or did he just use up too much energy? Either way, there were two things I could be sure of. Firstly, the school had used up its last resort. Shion wouldn't be able to protect them a second time. Second, if there weren't enough undying flames to keep the wall up anymore, there definitely wouldn't be enough to raise the planet on day 100. One of my major concerns had effectively disappeared, but that didn't matter to me. What about the others? Are they okay? Did they survive the battle? Takumi. I cannot tell you that. All my spies could glean was that the building itself has taken heavy damage. I don't like the sound of that. So long as everyone stayed on school grounds, they could be brought back if they died. If the infirmary was taken out of commission, though, all bets would be off. Of course, I had no reason to think that was the part of the school that had been damaged, but... Veshness is bound to notice the absence of the protective wall. She will probably mount her final attack on the Academy soon. One final bloodbath to destroy the invaders that have caused the planet so much grief. Yes, and she'll want to finish the job herself. That's just the kind of person she is. What are the rebellion going to do? We will watch how it plays out, that is all. As I told you before, we are not warriors. The best we can do is hope that both threats neutralize each other. I didn't have any right to criticize Commune's judgment. Not so long ago, I probably would have said the same thing, if it meant I could keep my peaceful life here. Sorry, you two. I'd like to be alone for a while. I left the tent and went outside to think. Takumi, are you? Awake or asleep, I got no rest. A confusing mishmash of emotions was warring inside me. On the one hand, there was my concern for my friends, the feeling that I couldn't sit here and do nothing while they were in trouble. And on the other, the urge to stay out of it, to just hunker down and wait for the end to come. I kept going back and forth, first feeling one way, and then the other. On and on it went. Awake or asleep, I got no rest. Ever since I heard the news about the school, I've been caught in an endless nightmare. Kept me awake at night and haunted me in my dreams. There was no escape. I knew going back now wouldn't change anything. I knew that. I was a traitor after all. They'd probably detonate the bomb in my body the moment they saw me. And I was happy here. I had a life with Eva that was actually worth living. My choice should have been clear. Really, it was no choice at all. So why did I still feel so conflicted? And what was I going to do? Commune came to wake me up that morning, looking more small and vulnerable than I'd ever seen her. I just received a report from one of my recon teams. Is it? Yes. Veshness is leading a massive force of her mutated bioweapons towards Last Defense Academy. It seems the time has come for them to settle things. Takumi. Eva didn't actually say don't go, but it was written all over her face. Based on our projections, she will probably arrive at the school tomorrow. That's when the final battle will take place. Tomorrow. If I left now, I might still be able to make it in time, but should I? I was being completely honest with myself. I didn't want to lose the happiness I'd found here. But could I really abandon my friends after everything we'd been through together? I had a choice to make. Last one before this war finally ended. How was I going to live from here on? Should I just follow my heart? What did following my heart even mean for me? It was time to decide once and for all. Okay, so here I'm probably gonna choose what I think is like not the right choice for. I mean, I think they're both lead to endings, so it doesn't really matter. But I think the thing I should do and the choice I would pick is go save it. I'm gonna see what happens if I don't, though. I wonder if Searay can detonate the bomb from all the way out there. He just does it before the academy folds. That'd be sick. Sick, no, in a bad kind of sick. My heart was in anguish. It assaulted me with all the guilt it could muster. Begged me not to abandon the ones I'd sworn to protect. My friends, my family, my entire species. But I ignored its entreaties. I had something else I wanted to protect now. Takumi. Eva. That's who I wanted to protect. So long as I have her by my side, nothing else matters. That's how I feel, in my heart of hearts. I won't go back to the academy. I'll stay here and continue to build a life with Eva. Even if I lose everything else, this is what my heart wants. It's okay. I've made my choice. I don't know how many days, months, or years have passed since then. Jeez. Oh my god. But Eva and I have been wandering the wasteland for a long time now. On that fateful day, Last Defense Academy fell and was destroyed. The forces of Earth were foiled, and Vashnis's rule became stronger than ever. Futurum wasn't raised by undying flames, but now we had a dictator to deal with, as powerful as she was ambitious. She hunted down the rebellion with extreme prejudice. We lost touch with Commune, and don't even know if she's still alive. Eva and I have managed to avoid Vashnis so far, but may only be a matter of time.
Takumi, I felt it kick.
Oh my god,
now.
that is sick. Jesus Christ.
You did? Wow. It's so full of energy.
Yeah, it's a real little rascal. I can't wait to meet it.
Same here. We could use an excuse to celebrate.
We'd lost a lot. Almost everything, in fact. Except for each other. But I still have Eva, and she still has me. So I don't regret making this choice, even with the world and the stage that it's in. It's what's allowed me to share my life with the woman I love.
I bet the baby is going to look like you.
No way. Definitely going to take after its mother.
Can these two species fuck? This was always in the cards? We began walking again, hand in hand, feeling each other's warmth and knowing that we weren't alone. Perhaps this was our punishment for everything we'd done, but it wasn't all bad. We had the world to ourselves now, and for the rest of our lives, we'd always have each other. Okay. That's gotta be the ending, right? Yeah. Okay. You knocked up Eva. Good job. The Wanderers. Eva route. Alright. Let's go save Last Defense Academy. Skip through all this. When you're not on the... When you're off the beaten path, the days go by a lot faster, huh? Let's see what happens if we try to go save Last Defense Academy. I made up my mind. Really? There had never been any choice but this one. I guess there was another choice, but whatever. I'd betrayed my friends for Eva, and now I was going to betray her. She and Commune would probably never forgive me for coming into their lives like this only to abandon them. But this was how it had to be. When I'd saved Eva, it was because I refused to lie to myself. I was doing the same thing here. As dawn was breaking, I got up and left the tent. Okay, I'd gotten my infuser and fire extinguisher. I won't be needing food or water. I've got a pretty decent idea of which direction the school is from here. If I hurry, I should be able to get there before sunset. I thought about leaving a letter or something for Eva, but decided against it. She was going to hate me for running out on her own anyway. There was no point in me muddying the water with half-hearted apologies. Better for her to forget about me and move on. Guess I should get going. Right as I started walking, a voice called out to me. So you really were planning to go back... Yeah, why not take her with you, dipshit? So you really were planning to go back alone? Ava, what? How? I've spent enough time with you to know how you think. You're not the kind of person who could abandon his friends. But you also wouldn't want to get me involved. You might think you're indecisive or half-hearted, but when it really counts, you stick to your convictions.
That's why I love you.
You saw right through me, huh? Are you mad? No, not really. Just surprised. After all this time together, I thought you would understand me a little better.
You want me to fix...
Okay, good thing. Okay. There were worse scenes for my mom to walk in on. Okay. I mean, I'm going with you. I'll stay by your side, even if it means fighting my sister. What? But you can't. You'd just be throwing your life away. I bit back the words. Saying that would be like admitting I wasn't expecting to survive this either. Let's do this, and both come back together. Our chances of success are higher with 2 fighters than just 1. That should be obvious. But what about Commune? Besides, you've got no reason to fight for humanity. They brainwashed you into killing your own people. You don't owe them anything. Not them, but you've protected me. And you've shown me love. I'm not doing this out of guilt, or pity, or because I don't know what else to do. It's the same for you, isn't it? Or were you only with me because you felt sorry for me? No, of course not.
I don't want to stifle my feelings anymore, Takumi. My heart is telling me to go with you. For once in my life, I want to follow my heart.
Ava. I felt like such an idiot. I really had misunderstood Ava. She had her own feelings and free will trampled over, first by Veshness and then by us humans. When I let her escape, it was because I wanted her to be free. Free to make her own decisions and live her own life. So why did I never imagine that she'd choose me? Alright, let's go. You and me, together until the very end.
I've waited so long to hear you say that. Ever since you let me out of my cage, this is all I've wanted. To be with you. Always.
Sounds like the matter is settled. Commune? I talked to her about it already. She's going to respect my decision. Are you sure you want to let your mom come with me? Aren't you hoping for the 2 sides to wipe each other out? Not anymore. Whoever wins in the end, the rebellion will find a way to defeat them. Take good care of my mother, Takumi. Alright, if that's what you want. I'm sorry, Commune. We finally found each other, and now I'm leaving again. You must think I'm very selfish. Grown-ups have a right to be selfish sometimes too, Mother. If you're happy, I'm happy. You have your own life to live. There's nothing wrong with trying to make it the best life you can.
Thank you, Commune. I'll always love you. My darling daughter.
I will be praying for your victory. Both of you.
And so, I left the camp and made my way back toward the school. Not alone like I'd originally planned, but with Ava by my side. One way or another, this battle would end the war. There was no question of that. Eventually, we reached a spot where the wall of fire used to be. And there it was. Last Defense Academy. She's too strong. Why is Eito fighting with him? It looks like this is as far as we go. No, we can't give up. If we lose, then... This is the end. All that's left is for me to consume your power. Eva rushed in and blocked Veshnus' attack at the last minute.
Everybody, stand back.
Guys, are you okay?
Takumi, you came back. It took you long enough. Oh, so you two showed up after all. And just in time, too. This whole thing was starting to feel anticlimactic. Hardly worthy of my moment of triumph. What did you do to the others? See for yourself. They're right over there. What's left of them, anyway? What? Over there, Takumi. Eito pointed to a spot a few feet away. There in the far corner of the schoolyard were several mummified corpses. I knew this was a possibility all along. I thought I'd prepared myself for it, but actually seeing them like this was still a shock. It still hurt. I think there are some more of them under the rubble somewhere. I'll devour them in due time. Every bit of power brings me closer to being the new god. Damn you, Veshnus. Launched myself at the Supreme Commander, putting all my strength into my next attack. But she shrugged it off like it was nothing. It didn't even scratch her. I felt the rage and despair in that attack. But a blade weighed down with so much emotion will never reach me. Veshnus delivered an attack of her own, her sword cutting through me like a hot knife through butter. I don't believe it. How can she be so strong? Is this because she absorbed everyone's cryptoglobin? Was that the best you could do? How disappointing. I won't even have to transform. I suppose this is the price I pay for being so powerful. I may as well consume you now.
Veshnus!
Once again, Eva stepped in to block Veshnus' attack in the nick of time. Eva, my poor, foolish sister. You dare to speak my name with that filthy, traitorous mouth of yours. I won't go easy on you just because we're related. You'll suffer as painful a death as the rest of these fools. Eva, don't. You have to run. No, I won't run. Not this time. I'll face my sister. For you. I'll face any foe, Takumi. You've never stood up to me before, but now you'll fight me. For the sake of some alien male. Just how far do you need to disgrace yourself until you're satisfied, sister? First a prisoner, then a slave, now a consort. Where will it all end?
You don't get to talk to me like that. You'll never understand how I feel. You have no idea how much Takumi has done for me. He's given me a whole new life. I'll gladly use it to protect him. Even if it means fighting you.
Eva let loose a mighty attack. Veshnus deflected it, but not as easily as she had mine. Supreme Commander looked shaken. Eva had managed to surprise her. When did you get so strong? Fine. I will give you a taste of my true power. Transform, sister. Fight me with everything you've got. I'm sorry, Takumi. Huh? I wanted to fight this battle as the Eva you knew. I didn't want you to see me in that form again. But if we want to win this, I'm going to have to use it one last time.
Blood of my bond. Release.
From there, all the rest of us could do was stand and watch. Before our eyes, the two giant monsters clashed again and again, trading blow after vicious blow. Perhaps the strangest thing of all was that they were evenly matched. Eva was actually holding her own against the Supreme Commander.
I must admit, I'm impressed. Where did you get all this power?
It was always there. I just found a way to draw it out. Until now, I never understood what my divine power was for. Why it chose me. But there's not a single doubt in my mind now. I'll use this power to protect those dear to me. To protect Takumi and Commune. I will defeat you!
Even for all your nonsense, you are my sister. However, there's is a difference between those who have devoured God's power and those who have not, that you could never hope to bridge. You're still abiding by our people's ridiculous teachings, but I'm different.
Ava roared like a feral animal and became a whirlwind of bloody steel. It was just like the time she went berserk after absorbing Shoma's cryptoglobin.
Not yet! I haven't lost yet!
What is this? Ava, you absorbed another warrior's power. You broke the taboo. Bravo, sister. I never knew you had it in you. I thought you were just another cretin clinging to the teachings for comfort. But no, you're like me. We are family.
Vashnis, I won't lose. I can't lose.
It was a gruesome battle, the two commanders tearing into each other with so much desperation and malice that it made my stomach churn. Tears were streaming down my face. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't. Ava. Sweet, gentle Ava was fighting like a relentless killing machine. And not out of duty to her planet either. She was fighting solely to protect the ones she loves now. When I thought about it like that, her monstrous form started to look incredibly beautiful to me.
Ava! Don't let her beat you! You have to win this, Ava! I'm here for you!
All I could do was try to hold my broken body together and shout encouragement. But Ava heard me. The ends of her blood-stained mouth lifted up into a smile.
Thank you, Takumi. Just watch. I will protect you.
Vashnis and Ava continued to fight each other for a while after that. I kept cheering Ava on until my throat was hoarse and cracked. The battle lasted several more hours. Finally, the two sisters were no longer able to maintain their transformations and reverted to their true forms. To think someone like you could have pushed me this far. I underestimated you, sister. You've shown real ambition and gained great power. But I think you know your ambition can't match mine. I've sworn to become a god and rule over this planet forevermore. Ambition? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not like you. The two of them were exhausted, but no one dared to step between them. Their movements were sluggish, but as they raised their weapons once more, they were still every bit as intimidating.
Now, we end this.
Yes. Once and for all.
Ava and Vashnis lunged towards each other in one final clash. There was a flash of steel as blades met flesh. The two of them collapsed to the ground at the same time. Ava's blade had pierced Vashnis' heart. The light faded from the Supreme Commander's eyes, and then her body went still. As for Ava, she didn't look much better. She'd used up every last ounce of her strength.
Ava!
Takumi, did you see?
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. You were great, Ava.
I won. I actually beat my sister. Perhaps this is wishful thinking, but do you think he lent me his power? I broke God's law when I killed Shoma, but he still helped me protect you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he would have wanted. But don't talk. You need to rest.
I had her hand in mine, but it felt cold. Her pulse was weak. It was like she was fading away right in front of me. I could feel other people standing around me. Probably Hiriko, Eito, and Nozomi.
You saved us. Our team didn't get wiped out. And Commune. She'll be safe now, too.
I'm glad. It means you won't have to be alone. And maybe now, there can be peace. Just like you always wanted.
I wanted to scream. I didn't care about any of that. Humans, futurans, peace, none of that mattered anymore. I just wanted Eva to stay with me. That was all I needed. She was all I needed.
Don't be sad, Takumi. You saved me too. You gave me a whole new life. One that I chose for myself. I got to choose how I lived. And how I died. That's enough for me, Takumi.
Her voice was too weak to hear, but she mouthed the words, "Thank you. I love you." And then, Eva, the person I loved more than anyone in the world, closed her eyes, never to open them again.
No. You can't.
Now it was up to me and my surviving companions to protect the planet. Vashnis's demise heralded a new chapter in Futurum's history, and in humanity's too. The two sides would open negotiations and forge a path to true peace together, but Eva wouldn't be here to see it happen. The time she and I spent together had been happy, but all too brief. That's why I would never forget Eva, or what we had meant to each other. I would carry her with me forever. Okay. RIP. Eva route, thank you. Alright. Complete all Eva routes. All 2 of them. Well, I guess we found more endings. And next time, I guess we go back on the right path. We had a little distraction here. But we got 2 more endings, you know? It's something. Those are endings 7 and 8. Which makes me think that we have 6 more endings past this. And I don't... This is... What was it? Chapter 4? So chapter 3, 2, and 1 are probably behind this too. So... We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed your interspecies love story content. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, Onara.